Shazbot, thanks for stopping by. We're going to talk about Facebook stuff too, but thanks for stopping by at least. What is up, Heroes of Dominion? My name is Charlie. This is Hero Wars Central. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Happy Hump Day. Happy Hump Day. Info at... Oh, sweet. I hope everybody enjoyed the live stream this morning. The Hero Wars mobile live stream. There really wasn't much to it. Not really much to unpack with it. There is a line down below here that we're going to talk about it. Unfortunately, he didn't give any information really that we didn't already know regarding the October season pass, which is fine. You know, we'll find out in what, 2 days. We'll find out in like 2 days what it's going to be. I would guess that the pricing for the golden ticket is going to be similar, if not exactly the same. But we ought to know something very, very soon. In fact, I'm actually surprised that Loadrunner doesn't have the info yet. Let me just double check. No, he doesn't have the info yet. Kind of weird that he does not have the Battle Pass stuff. Kind of weird. We did see a documents for a new mini game coming to Hero Wars Mobile. Meant to talk about it a little bit yesterday, but with my kid being sick. By the way, he's doing great today. With my kid being sick, it kind of took precedence over everything else. So regarding the live stream, if you didn't watch it, then I wouldn't worry about going back to watching it. And if you won something, then go and make sure that your comment on the rewards video or the contest video, go see if your content got a reply from Daniel on the Hero Wars mobile account. If it did, you won something. If you didn't, then there's really no reason to go and rewatch that live stream again. They did share the first couple of days of the October Season Pass daily tasks. October Season Pass daily tasks or feats or quests or whatever. But we've known those for about a week or so now. So no big surprise with any of that. I was really hoping to get some kind of information about the pricing and the rewards that you get just for buying it, right? I don't think that they're going to add the double energy back in, but if they did, I would like to know. So let's say hi to a couple of the people in the chats. D Warman, rocking things. Jeffrey Not Par, Limbicago, welcome. Coolest Steve, D Allen says warm greetings to you too, my friend. Ned S, good to see you, Ned. We've got Ron. Hi. Shazbot, I think Shazbot left because he thought this was a mobile only live stream. That's okay. High Noon is here in the chat. Congratulations on your rank 1 the other day, by the way, High Noon. I believe you mentioned, was it you? You said that you got rank 1 in Arena, didn't you? Maybe it was somebody else. Maybe I'm misremembering. What's the 7? Marcy, that's the, you type 7 in the official live streams to get the secret live stream gift. It doesn't work in this live stream, only in the official live streams. Yes, sir. Okay, good. Awesome. What's up, Bogdan? I'm doing well. How about yourself? High energy day. Little upset stomach this morning. I think I might have had too much pre-workout when I went to the gym, but for whatever reason, I'm a little bubble guts today. But it'll be fine. I think I think what it is I've pounded too much water today. What's up, Vance Jennings? Welcome back. Hey, Charlie, I think I understand why you were saying about the difficulty to raise all the heroes, because at level 50 you level slowly that before level 50. Yep. What's up, bro? I saw your post up there. You're also giving a giveaway of the golden pass. Did you read my chat? I didn't read your chat, bro. I didn't read it. But I tell you what. We will be doing the $10 giveaway probably for this live stream. I didn't want to do it every month. Not this live stream. I'm sorry, not this live stream. For this month's October. For the October season pass on Hero Wars Mobile, I will probably be doing a golden ticket giveaway. Wow, guys, I apologize. I don't know why that had such a hard time coming out of my mouth. What's up, Denny? Welcome back. Yeah, so today I want to talk a little bit more about the changes to Hero Wars Mobile. I do want to talk about Nebula's skill announcement for Hero Wars Facebook and Web regarding the City of Asgard and her Ascension We're also going to talk a little bit about, we're going to do my Guild Wars as well. So let's actually go ahead and do, probably need to refresh actually, since I was playing upstairs. I'm going to do my first Guild War real quick. And ooh, somebody found my hidden new Facebook group. October Pass. Ooh, the October Pass. Finkelzo. From now on, it's called the October Pass. With a K. The October Pass. I love it. Too many syllables some days? Yeah. Indeed, Kathy. Vishu says, this update was highly needed after Dungeon Raid. If something can be done to open all floor one tower chests without spinning emeralds, that will be great. Vishnu, agreed, 100%. In fact, I had a very interesting conversation. Rank Dog, I don't know, Rank Dog, if you're in the chat. I don't know if you're in the chat, but we were having a conversation this morning about how much stuff you can do in Hero Wars, and this is a very interesting concept. Actually, I'd like to spend a minute talking about this. It's a very interesting concept about the idea that people want stuff to do, but they don't want to have to do too much, right? I don't want to grind. I don't want to have to grind all of this stuff every day. And what am I talking about? We have the campaign, right? We have the arena, which admittedly you only really need to fight once in the arena unless you're really trying to get those awards. You have the tower. You have Outland. On mobile, you have the Highwayman system. Okay, on Facebook and web, you have the Adventures, you have the Tournament of the Elements, and on mobile, you have the Hydra, and they both have dungeon grinding. They both have Guild Wars. Hero Wars Mobile has the addition of the Crossover Wars, which is a lot of stuff, admittedly. But the idea of what people find fun, like what is fun about Hero Wars, is completely subjective, in my opinion. And that's actually a weird statement. This is subjective in my opinion. My opinion being subjective. Klangen, joining the Livestream Guild at the Blue Skill. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for joining the guild. Thank you so much for supporting the channel beyond just watching. Guys, if you're interested in having access to the custom emojis, the private live stream, the private channel and my Discord, which by the way, Klangen, if you are on Discord, please reach out to me on Discord and I'll get you added to the private chat, as well as the private live streams and videos that I publish every now and then, about once a week, maybe a little bit less frequently than that. If you are interested in any of that, please let me know. I just got a message from the official Hero Wars Facebook account. Hold on. The absolute certainty effect is applied to heroes that were affected by the standard. This effect provides one time. Ah, darn. It works independently for all affected heroes. Okay. So the Nebula change isn't as good as I thought. That's disappointing. We'll cover that. We'll talk about that a little bit more when we get to it. But anyway, thank you, Klangen. Thank you so much for joining the Livestream Guild. Thank you so much. And if you guys would like to support Hero Wars, completely free, absolutely free, all you have to do is click that like button. If you click that like button, it will let YouTube know that I'm doing my job. Even if you click dislike, it'll let them know. Man, that's disappointing. I was afraid of that, guys. Man. All right, we'll talk about that a little bit more as we move through the live stream. So this idea, back to what I was talking about, that people want stuff to do in a game, right? Like, oh, I don't have anything to do. Well, the game, first of all, the game is designed to be played. The game is designed to be played in about 30 to 45 minutes, unless you are running a guild war or running the crossover war. Generally speaking, you can complete everything you need to do in this game in less than an hour. Some people try to. What account am I on? Okay. Some people like to spread things out a little bit more. And we better stick Helios in there. Some people like to spread things out a little bit more to get more out of their day. Some people like to play this game all day long, and there's really just not that much to do. So some people have complaints about that there's not enough to do. Whereas on the other side of things, some people are complaining that there's too much stuff to do. There's too much grinding involved. There's too much tedium, too much minutia, right? So I think it's an interesting idea. Excuse me. An interesting theory that both of them are right. Both both types of players are rights. And I think it has a lot to do with expectation, but that's just my opinion. I think it has a lot to do with the expectation of what this game is. Like, at its core, what this game is. And I don't mean this game is a marathon, not a sprint. I don't mean this game is a resource management game. You've heard me say all that in the past. But this game is, it's designed to be like a short-term time waster. And there are some elements to increase, competitiveness and to increase the level of... Whoop. Oh, now we're in trouble. I got Yasmine attacking Yasmine. Check that out. Did you guys see that? Looks like I'm going to lose. That's okay. So the point was brought up, and something that's brought up often to me is improving VIP rewards. Improving VIP rewards to give those high-end players an option to be able to skip through things faster. Now we have this, and you see this in the tower in a way, not in the VIP route, but once you get to a certain level and achieve a certain goal, you can speed through the tower much faster. And the same is kind of can be said with the dungeon, at least on Facebook and web. If you have Valkyrie's Favor active as well as a certain depth achieved in the dungeon, you have more of the tarot cards, the divination cards, so you can quickly speed through that function of the game. But what truly matters to people are so different that I don't know how they fix that issue. I can see giving higher VIP ranks the option to speed through things quicker, but at what point? Like, this is a game where we just click buttons, right? There is some strategy. Yes, there is strategy involved. There is some management of time and resources involved. Absolutely. But at what point do we just like taking a step back and be like, all right, so in a given day, we're clicking a button in this game 50 times, right? VIP 12 will let me click a button 20 times less. Like, what's really the point? Like, what's the gain? Is it just the tedium? If you're so concerned about that, I just gotta wonder, wait, is this basically the same team? Is this basically the same team, but with higher level stuff? What does this team... What does this player and that player know that I don't? Luther, Yasmine, Celeste, Ginger, Martha. Luther, Yasmine, Celeste, Ginger, Martha. Interesting. I tell you what, we're going to swap this out. We're going to use Sebastian instead. And see if we can have a better result. How interesting. How interesting that he puts me up against the same team. Effectively the same team. Sorry I'm late. It's alright, Mike. Why are you not reading the chat? Because I'm playing the game. Playing the game. How weird. Interesting that Yasmine jumped onto my Astaroth. Huh. So was the other team using Fenris as a pet as well? Maybe that's one of the differences. So that team was using Fenris. So this was using Oliver. I wonder if that was the difference. 70k higher, I swapped to Sebastian and I was able to win. Gennaro. What do we have here? Kane. I don't know. It's possible they're just copying their guildmate's team and not thinking too much about it. Possibly. Interesting. Interesting. So, okay. So, if I ever fight Gennaro again... But how weird, though, guys, that Yasmine hit my Astaroth. They almost never target my Astaroth. Did I miss some attacks? Was the... Just timing? I guess it just came down to timing. And Astaroth revived himself. How interesting. Okay. Something else that should be added. Guildmates should be able to sell fragments and skin coins and the like to each other. Marcy, that would... No, I disagree, Marcy. I really do disagree with that. Because there are players that have multiple accounts that could accumulate and then sell items to themselves. Sell items to one account. And then you'd have whole teams. I would probably pay like 100 of you to farm stuff for me. If that was the case. Can you show the fight in Arena? Arachne Daredevil fight? No, not right now. Not right now, Scythe. What's up, Topaz? It's possible as Oliver and the other Oliver. When will the winter skin be available? When this event will come on web? Abhishek, the winter skins on Facebook and web become available at the end of December. End of December. You've completed a quest? Yeah, I have, but I'm not gonna accept it. NetS. I'm not gonna take these portal charges until I need them. Until I need them. And I don't need them today. Me being one of them, farming would be rampant. Oh yeah. Farming would be so bad. I would hire people off of Fiverr. I would hire people off of Fiverr because you think about it. There are people willing to play this game, for whatever. And I would find somebody and be like, all right, all you have to do, like literally all you have to do is log in and click these 6 things. I would write a bot to run a macro. Not that I'm condoning this. This is against the terms of service and all of that. But people would write bots to load up a game. Well, first of all, because you can change profiles now on Chrome, and you can easily change profiles on iOS, or you will eventually click to collect that. Yeah, I will. Absolutely, I will. Next time I complete a chapter 12 or an adventure 12, I'll complete it. You can run a macro to to click all the buttons. Be like, all right, literally all you have to do is run this macro, and then log out, log in, log out, log in, and do that 5-10 times, and you would get 500 to 1,000 extra skin stones a day. Think about gaining an extra 5,000 to 10,000 skin stones a day just because you started. You collect 50 of each kind, right? And then you play 100 accounts. Can I please show the teams of the champion? The teams of the champion of your team. Scythe, I'm not sure what you're referring to there. The teams of the champions. No. Any input on resetting Sparks of Power? Can you be too OP? Can you please make a chapter 14 walkthrough? Level 130? I mean, Jed, it's really based on your team more than anything. Some teams have no trouble with chapter 14, others have no trouble at all. The Metro cannot work on the web version, only on mobile version with BlueStacks. Monta, be very careful. Be very careful. Don't admit to be using macros at all. The Jeffrey Parr experiment continues. It is what it is, I guess. It is what it is. Okay, so before we jump into... Golden Pass. Here we go. So before we jump into the next Guild War fight, let's talk about these Hero Wars mobile updates that came into effect today. No, I'm sorry. That comes into effect tomorrow. So something that's been asked for a ton is the ability to raid in Outland. All right, so you have to be VIP 7. Calling back to that discussion about, you know, higher VIPs having better quality of life, being able to speed through things a little bit more. At level 120, if you've killed Brog, Alyssa, or Vajar, if you've killed them at least one time at the max level 120, then you're able to raid them at VIP 7. All right, and I'm assuming you're going to get the same number of fights per day as you always do. You're not going to be able to raid more than the amount of fights that you have. So that is something that's going to save a lot of people a lot of time if they are spending time on the 4th and 5th fight, absolutely. But getting to be able to defeat a master at level 120 is not an easy situation. I've seen some people solo some of these bosses with Satori, but I believe that's on Facebook and web, not on mobile. So I'm pretty excited about this. Personally, I'm pretty excited about it. I haven't beaten the Outland bosses at 120 yet on my mobile account, but I also don't really try that hard, which is one of those weird things that, you know, I should be focusing on, but for whatever reason, I'm not. And honestly, I should be focusing on that a lot more on Facebook and web, too. With excess resources, I should be trying to build up my teams to fight those Outland bosses. So the mail system is also a huge update, guys. This is something that I got a lot of questions about after my video from earlier this weekend where I was discussing saving packages in the mail. All mail packages will have a time next to the letter. This is huge, guys. So now we know for absolute certain what rewards will stay in our mailbox on mobile permanently and which ones you need to collect by a certain time. Now you will see the storage time next to each letter. Only permanent letters will remain without a timer. So this is fantastic. So anytime that there's any kind of gift that we can hold in there forever, then you absolutely should until an event pops up. I think this is fantastic. Letters from gifts from the Guildmaster are now collected by tapping one button. This was a request from somebody from, I believe, the GOAT, the Hero Wars mobile GOAT page that Tim suggested to the developer chat. This was suggested not even a month ago. It might have been suggested before that, but it was brought up in the chat not even a month ago. So this is a very nice thing. Being able to collect Guildmaster's gifts all at once is really nice. And we have a couple of other fixes. The player is not dropped to new messages if he is not at the end of the chat. Add a display of customized role names in the guild. And fix not displaying the guild name in server chat. So a couple of updates coming to Hero Wars Mobile tomorrow. Some convenience things, some quality of life improvements, and some really nice changes to the mail system that I would love to see on Facebook. As well. What about the female packages? Not sure what you're talking about there, Matthias. Mobile super easy. I beat Borg before he charges even once. Okay. All mail packages do what? Oh, okay, I gotcha. I thought you was in a banner guild on mobile and can't beat level 120 Outland boss. I haven't really tried Assassin. Like, for example, here on Facebook and web. Like, I know that I could get higher than level 75 Brog. I just don't care. I just don't care. You can increase the daily reward, but I don't know. I just don't care. I just don't care that much. Maybe that's a mistake. Maybe I should. Given how rare the coins are, I just don't push it that hard. I don't think that is for Outland. Hi, big fan of your YouTube contents. Can you make a video on Qingmao teams? Abu, I've made a couple of videos on Qingmao. You can go check out my YouTube channel. There's plenty of videos that I've done about Qingmao. You should do it during events. Cheaper to get more chests. Yeah. It's just one of those things that, you know, like a lot of other high-end players, they just log in to do a couple of things and that's it. Autumn Festival team morale. Oh, I need to do this. that. Friendship shop, buy those. Yeah, we'll buy that. Okay. I should have been focused on that a little bit more than I have been. But it is what it is. And this fly, I don't know how a fly got in my basement, but it is bugging me. This fly be bugging. All right. So what's the next thing? What's the next thing? So the skill upgrade. Let's do this, and then we'll talk about the skills. We'll do this, and then we'll talk about the skills. We're going to use Nebula, though, in honor of the Nebula change. Nah, we're going to use Jorgen. I just know everyone does campaign, so teams that work in Chapter 14 would be amazing stream. Okay. Okay. Bonk. Stunned. Big dodge. Give me big dodge buffs. Throw the heals on. Bonk. Somebody died. Nebula died. Dang. I was really hoping that I was going to be able to finish off that Yasmine right there. But it's all right. So we're going to toggle Celeste back and forth. There we go. Oh, shoot, I didn't switch my screen. Ah! Okay, well, wake up. You know what? I make simple mistakes, guys. We'll go ahead and watch the fight. Sorry about that, everybody. You're a high player whale who works for Nexters? You're a high player whale who works for Nexters? Glenn, I am not. Charlie, how do you feel about losing when you time out in arena or grain arena? You know, it happens a lot. It happens a lot on Facebook and web, actually. But it doesn't bother me too much. Arena and grain arena, especially grain arena, doesn't really matter that much. Arena, to an extent, it does, but I don't put much stock in a grain arena at all. I can't tell you the last time I actually tried in Grain Arena. I'm pretty sure I just start the fight and skip it. Jed with the $2 super chat. Thank you so much for supporting the channel, Jed. No message at all, just a really funny rhino chewing on a 1-up. Thanks. Appreciate that. Oh, missed it. I'm trying to catch this fly. Like leaving the door open so the flies get in. My cane just crushed that Yasmine. Does Yasmine third skill consider as negative buff? To some it does. To others it does not. The healing blockage, yes, it does. It's a debuff that can be removed. I saw it on the Facebook page about the hero Ascension thing. Mm-hmm. Thanks for the live stream. Best team to counter Astaroth, Andvari, Kira, Jet, Sebastian. Yeah, Ty. Any Twins team should be able to beat that pretty handily. Well, wait, are we on Facebook or are we on mobile here? It's Ty. That's going to be the better question. Hippo? Oh, it is a hippo. What did I say? Rhino? Say rhino? I meant hippo. Definitely a hippo. No horn in the face. All right. So I won that fight. Everybody using Yasmine. Everybody. Am I? Okay, I'm showing my screen here. Great. I'm tempted to use Sebastian here, but I think Jorgen might be the way. We're gonna use Jorgen. Osho, we'll talk about Scorching Days in just a little bit. The event tomorrow night is Scorching Days, though. So if you want to go look, you can see what the quest events are, or the quest tasks for that event are, and you can, you know, skip or do those dailies. Big stuns. Nice. Throw some heals on Faceless. There we go. Now, admittedly, that team was a lot weaker. That team was a lot weaker than the last one I fought. 230,000 power level less than the Yasmine team I fought on my main account. I'll be honest with you, the higher level I get with this Aurora team, though, the less confident I really feel about it. The less confident I really feel. Okay. So Hero Wars, Facebook, and Web published this earlier today. The Nebula's Ascension skill upgrade. For those of you that are not aware, Facebook and Web, I'm sure all of you are at this point though, Facebook and Web has a new system being added called the City of Asgard, a new activity. And the City of Asgard is going to be a week-long guild-wide activity. You're going to fight little monsters, little dudes that are going to, you know, block your path to the boss. You can fight these monsters at any time throughout the week. However, you cannot jump ahead. So, you know, if you skip a day, you can do 2 fights on Tuesday or Wednesday or whatever, you know, whatever day you're on. And then ultimately you'll fight a boss. You'll get some resources to upgrade your ascendable heroes. All heroes can be ascended, all of them. However, 7 of them, 1 from each role, will have 2 skills that will be upgraded. We've already seen one of Thea's skills. We've saw one of Darkstar's skills, and now here we are with Nebula's most recent skill here. Unfortunately, I made a whole video about how Nebula is going to be better than Sebastian after this change. However, Hero Wars, the official Hero Wars YouTube has corrected me. Let me go find the video here. Let me go find the video. Here we go. Videos. Here we go. Let me find the comments. Here we go. You can't really... Well, let's move this out of the way. Boom. So Hero Wars says, hey, Charlie, we want to clarify a couple of things. The absolute Serenity effect is applied to heroes that were affected by the standard Serenity skill. All right. So the Serenity skill is the heal that Nebula does. And she does this on both mobile and Facebook and web. So she heals the hero in front of and behind her and removes one debuff, or all debuffs, I'm sorry, removes all debuffs that are applied on those 2 heroes. It's why Nebula plus Kark is so good against Satori, because Kark gains bonus energy, but then Nebula removes all the Foxfire marks, so there's no issue there at all. However, the absolute Serenity effect is going to prevent a negative effect from happening on any of those heroes for the next 15 seconds on top of the first one that was removed. So goes on to say, the absolute Serenity effect is applied to heroes that were affected by the standard Serenity skill. This effect provides one-time debuff protection. After the cancellation of the negative effect, absolute Serenity heals the appropriate hero and dissipates. It works independently for all affected heroes. So if it triggers on one hero because of the received negative effects, the other hero with the absolute Serenity effect on it will keep it. So this is an unfortunate thing. I was really hoping that Serenity is affecting both heroes indefinitely. I was thinking of this situation that we were going to be in, and you know, now that I've had a couple of hours to reflect, this was probably just too powerful. But I was thinking that because the cooldown of the skill of the Nebula's green skill was 13 seconds, every 13 seconds she does this ability, that effectively for the next 15 seconds every time she would be blocking negative effects from hitting all heroes, thereby, you know, preventing all negative effects from landing on any of your 2 heroes for the duration of the fight. So I was theory crafting all of these teams, right? I was talking about pushing Nebula to the back of teams to use her, to hide her from some of the specific new heroes. Different ways to protect her against heroes like Yasmine. I already know that she was really going to be effective against all of the undead teams as they were popping up, and I still think that's going to be the case. But I guess it's okay, and it's going to be less effective than Sebastian, but I think it's going to be still pretty strong. Sebastian does a really good job of protecting your team from debuffs. However, I think the boost to damage output is going to far outweigh the critical hit damage, especially if you have a mixed team or an all mage team. Obviously, you can't do critical hits on mage heroes. Well, your basic attack can, I should say. But if you're looking for a more targeted removal of negative effects, then I think having 2 negative effects removed on 2 specific heroes for multiple times during a fight, I think that'll probably be enough, but I don't really know for sure, and we're gonna have to do a lot of testing when it actually comes out. I don't hardly ever run into twins teams anymore, and when I do, it just seems like Sebastian is such a hard counter. I'm curious to see if Nebula is going to have the same level of protection for my Kark team that Sebastian does. Whenever I come across twins teams in my Aurora, Celeste, support, faceless Leon team, I'm curious. Actually, I don't even know that I would use Nebula on that team. Well, honestly, I mean, Celeste blocks debuffs as well as Nebula does, so maybe that is enough. Only in a 15-second window. Charlie, has anyone asked Nexters to add a different perk instead of VIP points for those who maxed out? What do you feel is fair? Yeah, Jed, absolutely. Jed, this is a question that's been actually brought to the attention of them a lot, is having some different things for VIP. You can kind of see that reflected on the Facebook and web versions of the game. You can get more emeralds whenever you buy emeralds. But that's not exactly what you're asking. But it's definitely been brought to their attention to have some changes. Some people have even suggested creating a different type of VIP store. We had suggested doing VIP stores many times. The VIP store on mobile ended up being like an emerald store. But we were looking for a way to spend VIP points for stuff. Like, actually spend your VIP points. Because, let's see, game capture. Like, yeah, so I have 24,000 VIP points, right? If I could spend those 24,000 VIP points on something, like maybe emeralds or more energy potions or, portal charge, something. I think that would get people to buy more. You'd be kind of double dipping. You'd be getting what you bought, right? You'd be getting the emeralds or the bundle that you bought, and you'd also have some additional resource that you could spend someplace else. Hey, Charlie, if you have to choose only one platform to play, which and why will you choose? I don't have to, so this is a difficult question. But if I had to, it'd probably be mobile. How high should you level support heroes compared to your main damage dealers? The Red Fanatic, this is a great question. So a lot of people ask very similar questions to this. How high should you level up this? How high should you level up, your tank as compared to your damage dealers? If you have 2 damage dealers, which one should you level up first? In my opinion, and this is something that you can actually look at with the math in the game, and this is for both Facebook as well as mobile, the browser version of the game as well as mobile. 70%, and this is a rough number, what I'm saying here. It's a sliding scale for different things. 70% of a hero's strength, right, is derived from 30% of the investment for the total hero. All right, so let's say you're spending $100. Let's say you can max out a hero for $100. If you spend $30 on a hero, that will make them 70% maxed out. All right. And this is, again, arbitrary rough numbers, but it's in the neighborhood of these numbers right here. So if I have $100 to spend to max out a hero, and it takes $100 to max a hero, $30 or 30% will get me 70% of the effectiveness. Okay. The last 30% of that hero to max them out will cost 70% of the money. So the last $70 will be what it takes to get that last 30%. So because of this, you could effectively get multiple supports and controls to 70% effectiveness, which in a lot of cases is good enough. Consider, if you will, that let's take a look at my Leon here. 100k power level, right? My 100k power level Leon. If I got Leon to 70%, across the board, I got my heroes to 70,000 power level. I mean, it's 350k power. It's not a lot, right? You definitely have some room to grow, but if you're focusing a lot on your tank and your main damage dealer, then you could bring the rest of your support heroes, and I'm talking about support heroes that's going to accentuate your team specifically. There's a lot of support heroes, the support role, right? I mean like additions, substitutions to your team that will help you win. For example, my main team is Aurora, Leon, Celeste, and Faceless. Aurora, Leon, Celeste, and Faceless is the core of my team, right? I sub in Sebastian, Helios, Jorgen, and Nebula. In some cases, Isaac. In some cases, Yasmine. In some cases, Morgan. Eventually, I'll be subbing in Arachne as well. I sub in those heroes for the 5th slot, depending on who or what I'm going up against. I use Helios against critical hit teams. I use Sebastian against the Twins teams. I'm going to use Isaac against Aurora. I'm going to use Morgan against Rufus's. So I could level up all of these support heroes to 70% effectiveness with 30% of the cost or 30% of the resources. So therefore, instead of leveling up one hero to 100%, one support hero to 100%, I could level up 3 support heroes to 70% and still be just as effective because the support hero is still doing the task even though they are not maxed out. Helios is still protecting my team against crits, whether I'm at 70% effectiveness or 100% effectiveness. Sebastian also doing a great job protecting my team versus debuffs. Same thing for Jorgen controlling the energy. Same thing for Isaac putting the enemy Aurora to silencing the enemy Aurora constantly. So 30% of the resources, 70% of a hero will cost 30% of the resources. Hope that makes sense. But if you spend, you won't have them anymore. Best way to get Titan XP potions. Fecals, I'm not sure what you mean, but if you spin, you won't have them anymore. Mobile, after maxing up my tank's health, what should be next? Yeah, I like Hyperion's healing. Why is Sebastian good, not good on mobile? Michael, Sebastian's great on mobile. He's just less versatile. Here on Facebook and web, he can do a lot of great things to protect your team versus negative effects. On mobile, he only protects against stuns and curses. He only protects against stuns and curses on mobile. He still does a great job supporting physical attack teams, just like Sebastian on Facebook and web does. They're both similar in that regard, but his debuff protection is a lot stronger on Facebook and web. What's the other person was asking? If you're VIP 15, why give a person more VIP points? Give them something else. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. I got you. Yeah, I think that's a great idea, Gary and Jed. I think that's a great idea. Sub on mobile is better in boosting crit heroes, but worse as a counter hero. Yeah, that's Scott K. Great summarization there. Great summarization there. Best, any suggestion for combating engineer teams? It's one of my major weaknesses right now. Matthew, are you on Facebook or web? Whenever you guys ask me questions like that, I know that you're not thinking like this, but with the difference between Facebook and mobile, I need to know what platform you're playing on, because the answer is going to be different. If you're able to spin VIP points, then you wouldn't have them, I presume. Oh, I see what you're saying. Ah, Fickles, you're talking about spinning VIP points, not spinning resources on heroes. I thought we were talking about different things. How does Nebula counter Corvus? Very easily. So I'll tackle the Celeste Galahad question in just a second. So how does Nebula counter Corvus? So Nebula doesn't attack, right? She deals damage to the enemy with the lowest health, which is never Corvus. The enemy with the lowest health is never Corvus. This is a single target attack. Equilibrium means she doesn't do basic attacks. Her astral projection can be managed, so you can use it when the totem is not up. If you use it when the totem is up, the totem will hit Nebula 5 times. So you always want to use the ult whenever the totem is not up. And if she's in the front, If she's in the front, then she's going to dodge a lot of attacks that Corvus sends her way. And she's just going to stand there and basically tank everything he throws at her. You can say something similar to other dodge heroes like Qingmao, Aurora, or Heidi, or Dante, or whatever, but all of those heroes attack. Nebula does not attack. So in a lot of ways, she negates a lot of Corvus's damage output, and she can dodge his ultimate. And then aside from that, it's just basic attacks and keeping her alive. Pretty simple. I would suggest leveling Celeste over Galahad. Celeste is infinitely more versatile of a hero. But if you're putting her in a Kira team, I'm not sure that Celeste would be the best choice. I guess I'd have to see the rest of your Kira team. What's up, Substantial? At least 35 more likes needed because VIP is permanent. Got it. Yeah, I gotcha. The Nebula counter could be a clip. Yeah, good point. Yeah, we'll clip that out. Does Corvus counter Celeste with the totem? In a way, yeah, in a way. So, you know, any hero that does a lot of small attacks over time, is going to be countered by Corvus. The Altar of Souls conjures an altar. The altar deals pure damage to the enemy heroes whenever they deal damage to allied heroes. And this is the case for mobile as well. There's some nuances that are slightly different between Facebook and mobile on Corvus. But the thing to remember against Corvus is if you're using a hero that does a lot of small damage attacks like Kira, Celeste is a great example. Qingmao is a great example. Anybody that does damage over time attacks is going to be more susceptible to Corvus than others. And it's that reason that I think Corvus is going to be one of the strongest, definitely most used tanks as he gains more skins. If he gets a couple more defensive skins, you got to remember, you know, Cleave Daddy has 5 skins now on browser. 5 skins. So if Corvus ever gets up to 5 skins, I think he's going to be a monster. I think he's going to be just strong. Congratulations, Mr. NCSU. Congratulations. I know Extra's business models use timers, pay-to-play bonuses, which they could consider answering if they can make a save bonus to cart to buy later. Not a bad idea. Jed. I'll pass that along. Galahad, Celeste, Nebula, Jorgen, Kira. Galahad. I would level up Galahad next. Armand. In that team, I would do Galahad and then Celeste. Dump all your skin stones into Galahad, Celeste, and Kira. Wait, is your Kira completely maxed out? If your Kira is completely maxed out, then start buffing that physical attack on your Nebula. Improve on the PC as well. Scott K, can you do a quick summary of the mobile improvements conversation? Yeah, sure. So, let me find it again. Go. So basically, if you beat a level 120 Outland boss, you can now raid that boss. Okay, beat a boss at level 120 and you can raid it. It requires VIP level 7. The mail will tell you if a piece of mail is permanent or has a cooldown timer. So if you have a piece of mail that's permanent and it has rewards in it, you can keep it forever in your mailbox. If you have a piece of mail that will expire in 2 days, 3 days, whatever, then you'll know when you need to collect it by. Guildmaster gifts are auto-collected by clicking one button. And a couple other bug fixes. Customize role names in the guild. Fix not displaying the guild name in server chat. And now the players drop 2 new messages if he is not at the end of chat. This is a bug that was added like 2 weeks ago. It was tough. Not much to the changes. But overall quality of life on mobile continues to improve by the week, guys. By the week. And for this reason, just to answer, again, to echo a conversation or a question somebody had earlier, I'd play on mobile. I'd play on mobile for sure. Completely. Yeah, Armand, work on, send your agility skin stones to Nebula, send your intelligence skin stones to Celeste, and then work on that Galahad. I would like to see you swap Galahad for somebody else. I think Corvus will end up being a better tank for that team. Honestly, I think Corvus will end up being a better tank for that team. You might not have Corvus, you might not like Corvus as much as you like Galahad, but that's just kind of like my opinion. I think Astaroth might be the best tank for that team. But if you want to be like a more offensive team, then I think Corvus is going to be a little bit better. Problem Nebula, Celeste, Kira. Is Celeste positioning between the other two? Yep. Yep. Good counter to Martha's healing. Celeste is an amazing second slot physical attacker killer too. Drops Karks, drops Ching Mao's, Dante's. Celeste is a really good counter for those. If you can keep them alive. If you can keep her alive. Does Nebula buff Kira on the team? I don't think so. Not on that team. I think Celeste pushes Nebula away. It's the same problem that you have with Kark. To answer some questions. Cleaver is trash. I'm out of water. I'm so thirsty today. Problem with this raid feature for Outland, when you raid the boss, you get new windows to open the rewards. Then you need to click to open, then to close that window and try the boss again. The problem with this raid feature for Outland, when you raid the boss, you get new windows to open the rewards. Then you need to click to close, then close that window and try the boss again. You saying there's too many clicks now, Dion? Fifth position Nebula, so underrated. See, you know, this is exactly what I was talking about earlier. Dion brought up a very similar thing. All we're doing is clicking buttons on a game, right? You know, what do we care if the quality of life improvements makes us click the button 10 less times? 10% less times? And there you go. We have a player right there that wants less clicks. Wants less clicks. Arachnimaya. Yeah, guys, please consider clicking that like button. I see that there's about 130 of you watching right now, and if you haven't had the opportunity to click that like button, now is a really good opportunity to do that. Before we go, I want to talk about one last thing. Since you all are here, we're gonna talk about it, and then we can you guys can know what to expect. Scorching Days is the event that's gonna go live on Hero Wars Facebook and web tomorrow night. All right, or October 1st, 2 a.m. UTC. Right, log in, reach VIP, spend emeralds, spend energy, collect hero soul stones, collect chest in Outland, and then finally use summons in the summoning circle and do that all 3 days. So tomorrow, Facebook and web players, tomorrow, hold off on doing these dailies until after the event goes live at 9 p.m. Central Time, 2 a.m. UTC. I will be live streaming. Actually, let's actually just toggle this over. I will be live streaming at 8:30 p.m. tomorrow. That's 8:30 p.m. Central Time. 1:30 a.m. UTC. We're going to be talking about, I don't even know, like Scorching Days. There's not really a lot of strategy to it. Maybe I can get some players. Maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe I'll talk to some people on my in my different guilds about Fire Titan teams and you know why you should or why you should not build Fire Titan teams. I've always thought that they were the weakest of the three until you had like what 4 or 5 totem fragments, and then they have a chance to win against everybody. Where is it, Charlie? Where's what? Current interface is awkward. There may be like the Highwayman option where we can raid. It will be a wait and see. Okay. Can't get 4th day. My day reset at the same time the event starts. So should we prefer Scorching Days over the 3rd day? That's a great question. That's a great question. I don't know. I think Titan Wars would The fact that this is Titan Wars suggests that we should pay more attention to Scorching Days, right? Huh. I'm gonna have to think about this. I'm gonna have to go back and look at the rewards for Scorching Days. Because maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know. I guess you guys will have to watch the video tomorrow morning and find out for sure. But until then, guys, no live stream tomorrow during the day. We might have a private live stream tomorrow, actually, during the day for YouTube Guild members and Patreon subscribers. Just as I kind of wrap the thing, wrap up the month, maybe talk about some of the things that are happening in October. Look for the private chat on Discord, the members only section on YouTube, and the Patreon dashboard if you're any of those 3 members to learn more. It's actually probably not a bad idea. Maybe we should do an extra live stream tomorrow. We haven't done a Thursday morning live stream in a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna go give Remy a rock. She's been laying around taking a nap all day. Gotta get her moving. Calories in, calories out, as they say. Yeah, until tomorrow. I love you all. Good luck in Dominion.